Hello everybody, Chef Seis here. Summer's coming and I got a great healthy snack for you. Perfect for dips with crudité or crackers. It's gonna be hummus. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. Quickly, I've taken some dried hummus, chickpeas actually. So hummus is made from chickpeas, so these are dried. I soaked them overnight. Make sure you have a lot of water, probably double the volume because they're gonna suck it all up. And the reason why you do that is so they get nice and plump and they're gonna cook better. So you can also use a pressure cooker for this, which I sometimes use when I'm under time pressure, but today I actually used the regular pot, water. I added a little bit of salt to it, as well as a little bit of baking soda. Probably about for 2 cups of dried chickpeas, I added about a teaspoon of baking soda. That helps kind of soften it up. So now I have this cooked chickpeas right here, and you should make them puree tender, which means actually they should be breaking apart. So anytime I do a vegetable puree, what I mean by puree tender is it's got to be falling apart. That helps to make it much more smoother and creamier. The other things, and I'm going to put into the blender, are I've got some lemon juice, 2 tablespoons. For acidity, I got about a half teaspoon of salt. I've got 1 clove of garlic that I chopped up fine, 1 tablespoon of ice water, and tahini. So tahini is a sesame paste. It's basically sesame seeds that have been lightly roasted and ground, almost like a peanut butter, or like a peanut butter. So this is a quarter cup. And I put that in there first. So what I'm going to do, I don't have a powerful blender on me. If you have something really strong, then you can kind of put it together. But I also like to make sure the garlic is well incorporated, even though I've minced it very fine. So another tip that I have is when I'm doing things like chopped garlic or something that can kind of be assertive, I make sure I chop it up really fine first, even if it's going in the blender. Sometimes the blender doesn't catch everything. So I'm going to put this together real quickly. So I've done the first part of it, and now I'm going to add the chickpeas to it, and then we're going to keep doing that again. Sometimes you may need a little bit more additional water just to make sure the puree keeps going, especially when you don't have a strong motor on your blender. So I blended it up. It took a few minutes. I actually had to add 1 more tablespoon of ice water to kind of help release it. I also took my rubber spatula and scraped down the sides. Now we can take a look. Should be nice and creamy. And there it is. That's what you want, that nice creamy texture. And put it in that bowl. And there you are. That's it. That's all for hummus. So the time-consuming part is getting the chickpeas cooked. Once you have them cooked and cooled, then the rest is just putting it together. So I've got some friends coming over, and I'm going to cut up a quick crudité to go with my hummus. So I have some carrots, washed, peeled as always, and I kind of put them into sticks that people can hold on to. And you want some sort of substance to it too. Now I'm going to show you how to make it pretty. These things I can save for some other cooking purpose, but you want to go kind of like there. These are such pretty carrots. And have a stick that's big enough. That's like that. And if you're storing them and doing these before the guests come, which is a great idea, always store them with a little bit of water because carrots tend to look kind of dry. Same with celery sticks, they're gonna look a little dry. I also have a cucumber here. This is an English hothouse cucumber. Take that little piece right off. Gonna do the same thing. Sometimes it depends. I take the seeds out, so if you were gonna do that, you do that. Peel those out there. For this purpose too, I gotta do this quick. I'm gonna leave those in there. The English hothouse cucumber is not as bitter, I find, so I can eat the whole thing, which I like. And just do the same thing. Just kind of go there, down there, and kind of even it out. So I also kind of will split them in half, which these, you can actually use these as well, but I'm gonna discard them, just kind of when you're peeling them out too. They're a little softer, but there you go. So you have some nice color, and it's great for a dip. Okay, so I finished this off with a little bit of olive oil and paprika, just for a little bit of finishing, makes it nice and creamy too. And I've also cut up some crudité. So I've got some colored organic carrots, some cucumber, you can do tomatoes, you can do cauliflower, snap peas are great, they're coming up in spring, and just dip and go. So I'm gonna try one here, and happy cooking, enjoy.